this. Let's say hello to people on Twitch, but actually having people's faces on there. That would be good. Oh my gosh, guys! I think it's like I've been gone for a while. Yeah, got sick, and then I forgot how things work apparently. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Sorry about that. Hey, thanks Twitch for jumping back with us. We're back with you again. We today in Canada, which is where I'm streaming from, it is National Truth and Reconciliation Day. It's the second time we've ever had this, and basically it's us trying to remind ourselves that, yeah, settlers didn't treat the indigenous so great. And that's kind of par for the course every time there's a place that's got settlers, I suppose. But we're trying to be better about it anyway. And so today is we wear orange in truth and reconciliation for the indigenous. And I asked all my people from around the world who are playing with me to find some orange for them, and they're wonderful human beings. And so National Truth and Reconciliation Day is now in everything and everywhere. So thank you guys very much for jumping in with us. I'm coming from from area of Canada that is Treaty 7 territory. So the main indigenous people here, they're known as the Blackfoot Confederacy. So the Zigzaga, the Piikani, and the Kainai. And then we also have the Sutana and the Hiyahe Stoney Nakoda nations here. So I have been spending a lot of time learning about the bad history that we had and trying to do better. So why not talk a little bit briefly about it on Twitch too? So thanks guys for jumping in with me on that. I have a couple of other quick announcements that I'm going to do.
I just realized I'm sitting here, and every time I have like indigenous Vancouver.
Yeah, you do.
And the Canadian ink on me, which is literally also from the tribes you're talking about.
Yeah, well, yours looks a little bit more like the West Coast kind of inspired, which is kind of cool. But
the West Coast, it's definitely like Vancouver Indians.
Yep. So
the Haida, or I don't know how you pronounce it in English, but.
That's pretty close to it. I'm not gonna. I had to really practice to learn how to say Yachet properly too. So
that's for Dutch people easy because we have the so there's a Yache.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, and I'm decidedly English. So I'm gonna put another shout out here for Abby. Abby is starting up a new channel on YouTube. I'm gonna see if I can get it somewhere in the chat here sometime soon. Here we have it's called Caffeinated Arcade, and she's kicking up some D&D content there. So we'll update the advertisements to actually have that on there too for you guys. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, so there it is. Oh, hang on, I gotta get you. Okay, Twitch has been super sketchy for me lately, so I'm going to try doing commands here for you, Sky, because you've already got the link, and I do not yet. Nope, it's not gonna let me do it. Let me try this. Oh, hang tight. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'll just share it with you in
yes!
the and...
There it is. Finally. I gotta tell you, Twitch has been giving me all sorts of hassle lately. It's not been letting me update things. I know they've been trying to protect from hate raids and stuff, but oofta it's been. So there we go. There's your link there to Caffeinated Arcade. Like, follow, share, and all the things, because we love sharing our friends D&D content. So, and I guess you're gonna be starting up a campaign or a series of one-shots here soon too, hey?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm doing some one-shots first, and then hopefully by the end of October, we're going to start up my first campaign.
Do we know what the campaign's going to be yet?
Yes, it's actually in my homebrew world.
Ooh, homebrew. Me likey. Okay, so yeah.
That would be a furbog forest.
There you go. Yep. It's not a D&D campaign until you've had a Furbolg forest.
Exactly.
Yeah, with Bob Moss being the cameo. Okay, so yeah, well, why don't we pick up where we left off then? So with our campaign, with our game, we went to, well, it's been a bit of a storied adventure for this group. The last couple of sessions were spent in the Gleiserblad Forest. So they made their way to visit Bob Moss's family for the first time ever, and well, first time for the other party, I should say, for the rest of the party. Um, they discovered that Bob was definitely an outcast. They also discovered that Bob had a very kind parenthood, or had very kind parents. Um, Bob actually was able to leave with a gift despite his being an outcast, but was told that perhaps this is not the home for you anymore. Find your home with somebody else, like these crazy, or otherwise known as the Nutty Six. So, um, they carried on towards a place called Hillholm, moving their way through Glazerblad Forest to get there. Hillholm is a place they're visiting because they made a commitment to an adventurer back in Claymouth after causing a minor ruckus in that adventurers guild. So they're making their way to Hillholm to find the family of Artie, a person who unfortunately passed at the hands of some apparently very poorly controlled moments. They're on their way to Hillholm. They've had to escape Claymouth Shields, then went to visit Bob's family, and now they pick up. This is where we pick up at the edge of the Glazerblad Forest, where you can see a number of foothills in the distance, with the Great West Peaks framing them as well. At this point in time, it is just the start of the day. Rook, who, and to be just for the viewership, we don't have Rook or Putter with us today, unfortunately. Putter will be able to finally return with us, as I understand, next week. And Rook's got other activities happening today that require her in-person attention. So, nonetheless, it was her familiar that was able to help discern kind of some general directions as to where Hillholm might be, based off of glows from communities from a distance in the hills. So, what I would say, first of all, is there anything you guys want to do before you get the day underway? And second of all, who would be leading your way through the hills amongst the three of you?
I think I first want to state that we decided last time to just call it murder.
Thanks.
Let's be clear, it is murder.
Oh,
yes.
but I as soon as we're, I think as long as we're in the forest, Bob will probably take the lead.
Okay.
But
I'll
once
provide
we're
help.
out of the forest, going to the hills.
Well, and that is where we are. We're
Maybe
actually at the edge of the
Frar.
forest. So maybe Frar this time to start it off?
To maneuver the forest?
Well, no, you're
hills.
out of the forest
Or-
now. To see if you can find your way through the hills to get to a community of some sort.
Hmm.
Do you have
All right.
Okay.
mountains? Do you have mountains?
You have
where
advantage.
You're from, Frar?
Do I have mountains in Stiag?
Not in the part of Stiag that you're used to. There are mountains to the east of you,
Well,
but there aren't mountains where you're used to.
I've been to mountains before.
You climbed one.
Yes, of course.
And let's climb this mountain
Naturally.
together.
I raised my fist.
Let's do this.
And you roll me a survival check.
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage, because you have the help of either Checkers the Familiar, or you have the help of Jetta, I should say.
The raven from Putter.
Not that it matters.
So, all right.
Not that it matters.
Okay. So as you're making your way through, you guys emerge from the forest, and you don't have
I'm gonna say
Okay.
it's because I'm carrying Putter and
Rook on your back.
Yeah, like a backpack.
All right, so with a 7, which is what we ended up getting on that roll. Oh, I guess I should let everybody see that. That was 7. With a 7 on that roll, you are. It's not going to mean that you don't find places. It's just going to mean it's going to take you a very circumvented way of getting there. It's going to take a while. And so what I'm going to say is, as you escape the forest and you now have largely clear vision, at least clear vision of the skies. You're getting closer and closer to the hills. You realize that these hills are not actually just nice, simple little knolls. These are, as you get closer, you can actually see more of the terrain is rather rocky, and so getting into the hills and trying to maneuver through it requires you doing sometimes like a little bit of scrambling and a little bit of capturing your footing while the footing is not as sturdy as you're used to. And there's no trail. You're just kind of you're going as the owl would have flown towards these communities, making it quite a bit more challenging to get through. That being said, you do start to notice that there is the lay of the land is definitely far less friendly. You do see the occasional encampment or evidence of the occasional encampment from across a valley, or you do see what may have been a cave that could have been a mine at one point in time. But there's not a lot of humanoid activity in this space or in this area. I'm going to say with a 7 that despite your best efforts, and because my dice was actually still kind to you, all you ended up doing was traveling through what would have been a very nice hiking trip if that was what your intent was. But you actually have a goal and you didn't quite get there. And so you guys will end up having to have a quick night of rest before you get to your following day. So, with a night of rest, let's do some quick watches. Who would take first watch?
I'll do it.
Okay. Go for it. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I cast eyeballs. 22.
I forgot that was our thing. Okay, give me one moment with a 22. That's an awesome roll. All right, I'm gonna need something here. Just give me one moment because actually. So as the sun sets, you are, and the moon starts to rise. Now the moon is actually getting less and less. It's getting closer to the new moon as opposed to a full moon, and so there's only a little sliver of light out there. Nonetheless, you have dark vision. You are able to see, but you're also able to hear. And now that you're actually in the hills, those wolves that you were hearing in previous weeks, in previous sessions, they're decidedly closer tonight. And it kind of sets your teeth a little bit on edge. So you keep yourself with your eyes open. And as the night carries on, you being set yourself up on the side of a fairly craggy hill, you listen and you hear what appears to be footsteps approaching from a bit of a distance. It's still early in the night, while everybody else is just kind of barely fallen asleep.
Okay.
They don't sound humanoid.
I think I would wake everybody up just in case.
All right. So as you wake them all up, what sounds like just a couple of footsteps becomes more rumble. You can actually start to feel it through the ground, and you can. After a little bit, it becomes more like a thunder coming towards you.
Stampede!
Yep. I want you guys to roll some quick initiative here, real quick for me.
Up.
Oh man.
Jumps up, shouting stampede.
Okay.
Not 20.
Wait, we have to know roll initiative?
Yeah, we are rolling initiative.
Okay, but I don't have a token to roll it on. So...
Oh, I gotta get you tokens. Hang tight. Give me one moment. I want to get you the right map. I want to get the right map. I might just choose I'm just gonna choose a random map here, guys. Similar map as we've done in the past. Just don't want that. Or that. Okay. And okay, this is gonna look a little more familiar than I think you guys want to admit, but we'll get over it for today. All right. Let's roll you over here. Boof. That's... I don't want that, though. That's not going to work. You know what? I'm just going to go with... I can't do that one either. Screw it. We can go a little... You know what? Screw it. Let's go Theater of the Mind. Let me put your tokens on that first page.
All I need is a token, and you can put it on the... There we
Oh,
go.
it didn't. Why didn't it give me yours? Oh, it did. There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay.
Your eye patch.
All right. So, and then that was
7.
Frar. I'm not spelling Frar properly. Oops. Okay, there we go.
Just gotta go.
And
You have,
Yeah,
you have to throw in the effect of having the fangs.
that's right.
Yeah.
Frar. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Or maybe you gotta spit a loogie.
This is as we all try it. Frar. Okay, whatever.
Frar.
That's like a fruity frar. My name's
Oh
Frar.
man, Frar. Yeah, there we go. We are going to do yeah, okay, so as you guys Frar, you're going to be the first one to be able to respond to this, but as you start to feel the thunder kind of get closer, coming over the hill, you start to notice that there are creatures coming at you, and there's about at first glance it looks like it's only 3 or 4 of them, but it then becomes more like 8, 10 of these creatures. A couple of them with large antlers on their heads, ungulates of some sort, hooved creatures coming thundering down the side of the mountain at you. And they don't seem to pay attention too much to where you are unless it is your turn first, so you get to decide how you're going to respond to seeing this herd of what seems to be some form of elk coming at you.
Like elk or elks?
Well, elk is, yeah, elks, I guess, except elk plural is elk. So,
Is it actually?
yeah, it is.
I didn't know that.
A herd of elk. Yep.
Oh shit! That is an awesome idea, Bob. But I feel like I might just kill it when I land on it.
Okay, well, there are like at least 10, if not more, elk coming thundering down the mountain at you, or thundering down the hill at you.
Okay, is there a protruding rock anywhere nearby?
Yeah, I'll say that there is for sure.
All right, I grab my shield, and I guess I also grab Putter and Rook.
Okay.
Or should we? Right.
Yeah.
And I yell for everyone, behind me! And then I
Okay.
go to the rock, crouch behind it, and I hold my shield up. So like
Nice.
when they step on me, it's gonna stand on the shield.
Awesome. Okay. That is actually going to bring us to the herd of elk next, and so they come thundering down. They're kind of going helter skelter. They're going in all sorts of directions, trying to dodge whatever they can see, which is in some cases kind of nerve-wracking. They kind of part around the rock that Frar's at, but Bob and Jed, unfortunately, you guys didn't roll high enough initiative, so you guys didn't know which way to go. I want you guys to give me dexterity saving throws.
Incoming! Oof, a 9.
Okay. Well, with a 13, you take a little bit of a bump there, Jed, and so you only take, as one kind of comes barreling past you, you only take, mathing, 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Bob, unfortunately, you get smacked right over by by this herd of elk coming down, and knocked on your keister. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're now prone as well.
Is cast and... Oh wait, it's not my turn yet, sorry. I forgot we're in the turn
It
order.
is. It actually.
How
No,
much did you
with a
say?
22. Sorry, with a 22, Jetta. As you kind of do some dodging, you also hear something that does not sound like deer. It was 6 damage, by the way. Sorry, Bob.
Okay.
you hear something that doesn't sound like more like deer, but more like yipping, and maybe even growling, coming up over the edge of
Okay.
that hill too.
Got it.
And you look up and you see there's probably one elk left behind. That's a little bit slower than the rest, and something much shorter in stature, but sounding pretty vicious, coming over the top of that hill too. It is
Okay.
your turn, Jeddah.
So, I will say that elk isn't the problem. We have wolves coming. Prepare yourselves, and I'm going to cast Bless on everybody. Oh wait,
Nice.
just 3 people. I can't do everybody.
So you can do the
So I
3
will
of you
do-
guys.
Yes, I will
Okay.
do that.
Awesome. Okie doke. Then you anything else on your turn then?
Would it be an action to like try to climb a tree?
Definitely. Yeah, that would definitely
Okay.
be an action, unfortunately.
I'll start going towards a tree
Okie
in
doke.
hopes of doing that next time.
There isn't. The trees aren't very tall here, so escaping by way of height might not be a thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Bob, it is your turn.
I'll cast
Bob.
bark skin on myself.
Mm.
As my skin, which is normally blue and fuzzy, suddenly starts to bark up and gets very tough and thick. My AC will go up to 16.
Awesome.
And I step forward and also put my hand on top of the shield of Frar to even sturdy it more, and also try to shelter behind it.
Awesome. All right.
Oh wait, is that an action to actually grab the shield?
I don't
At
think
least-
so. I
I'll
would
just
let it
use
be
my
free.
body. I'll just use my body to fortify it. That's basically what
Okay.
Hell yeah! We
I
got
like
a
it.
bro team going on.
Okay, then that brings us back to Frar, and you definitely have now heard the wolves too, and you're still protecting.
Can I determine where the wolves are? Like like which direction?
Roll a perception check to see if there's anything different than just simply above you from behind the rock that you're hiding behind. Tough to tell.
Okay.
All you can do is confirm that there are, in fact, some sort of canines coming down the hill at you guys.
All right. So the stampede is still going over us, right?
Largely at the same kind of at the same location as you. You don't really see much. Kind of looking around while you're trying to keep yourself protected. You pretty much only see like 1, maybe 2 stragglers left behind.
One or maybe 2 stragglers.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't much of a
Okay.
stampede. It was really only just under a dozen elk. So
I guess there wouldn't be a reason for me to be protecting them, right?
protecting the elk.
No, protecting us from the stampede if the stampede is like already done.
It's pretty close to done. Yeah, you feel like you could probably open up and move free
Alright.
freer if you needed to.
So what I'm gonna do is, if one of the elk jumps over us, right, with the shield under it, I'm
Sure.
gonna just thrust myself upwards and just pound it into the remaining herd that's behind it.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, he done did frizzed on me. Of course he did. You know when he's gonna freeze? It's gonna be when it's his turn. Are you back? There you are.
Who, me?
No, that was Frar.
Oh, Frar.
Yeah, Frar. Unfortunately, you freeze.
Oh, I was?
Yeah, you did freeze on me.
Okay,
you're still
so what I was saying is, I'm still frozen.
Oh, you're better.
Oh,
You're better now.
All right. So okay, so you heard my idea, right?
Yeah, you're basically gonna shove an elk
It was just
into
become frozen?
other elk if they happen to come close enough to do so.
Yeah, I want to specifically clear the forward, the forward kind of like direction.
Okay.
Just like push them there, make them knock into each other, and just like fall and stuff.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll for me. Pardon me. Actually, you know what? We're gonna make this a reaction because the elk might not actually even get there. Let me see here. No, they get there. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll for me an athletics check to see if you can shove an elk into losing its footing, perhaps into others. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Yes.
can.
Thank you, Braun.
All right, so so Bob, from behind the shield that you've now kind of reinforced, Far kind of does this little does a move away from the rock and just kind of looking around the edge of the rock, just all of a sudden just does a shove, and you could hear the thud of shield on flesh, and just a tumble as the elk hits the ground and dust flies up underneath its shoulders beside you. This was not a large elk, and it certainly wasn't a bull elk either. It was a cow elk. But he does knock one over nearby you. And immediately after having knocked it over, 3 wolves immediately veer course and pounce on it immediately beside you, and start wrestling this elk, who bleats in pain. And then looking around, there are on the top of the hill, or sorry, on the top of the rock that you guys have been hiding behind, another wolf sits right on the top of that. It just kind of comes and looks down, looks like it's about ready to pounce on the elk as well, and then notices your guys' presence. There's 5 of you there, so that's going to bring us to Jeddah. You look up. There's a wolf on the rock above you, looking down at you. There's 3 wolves to your left, on a elk that is very much not doing so hot anymore.
Am I close enough to touch the wolf?
You are definitely close enough to touch the wolf.
Okay, I will cast Inflict Wounds, and I have Bless, so hopefully this works.
All right. So Inflict Wounds is a Wisdom save for me, isn't it?
No, it's just an attack roll. This might not matter, though. We'll see.
Hey there, Dak. Hey there, Renetta. Good to see you guys in the chat. Okay, so what was the D4 again? Oh, that's your Bless.
Bless.
Okay, so Inflict Wounds with an 11. You tried it, and it just kind of lifts its foot up instead, out of the way.
Okay.
So you basically inflict wounds on a rock, and that's all you could get to.
Okay. Well, that's me.
All right, that brings us to Bob. You do also see, if you were to stand at your full body height, the wolf would probably be face to face with you. So that is Bob.
I will stand up as you suddenly see his muscles bulge up and the color of his skin is changing from blue to black as I fall on my knees with hands forward and growing through a huge black bear with an bark skin.
Nice.
AC 16. As I stamp towards the wolves who are fighting over the elk, I just go trying to show my dominance and alphaness and scare them away.
All right, roll me an intimidation check. It's been a while,
Bob
chat.
or the Bob.
Oh, with your bear.
With Bob or the bear.
With your bear for sure. Yeah.
They need to give me a shit. I never transformed to a bear yet.
I will find you.
Only once into a croc, so it's not something Bob does very often.
All right, here comes a black bear.
He doesn't really like to change into animals unless he really has to.
That's true. I'm noting the fact that this is not a starry form. Okay. Why you know working.
A starry bear.
And let's see here.
The bear constellation.
All right.
Bob's a burr.
And then let's get you open here and edit it so that Bob has myself a sheet.
I like how in the camera in Bob's camera, his arm just kind of like disappears.
Oh yeah,
at
that's
the
my
end. It looks like
that's
he's
my
animated.
that's my microphone who blends into the back now. I need to sit a little bit more this way.
Disappears.
Bob the
Yeah,
bear.
I already noticed my mic was not properly. Maybe this is better. So.
It's all good.
That is a cool
All right.
druidic effect he got there in real life.
All right, there's your bear. You should be in your sheet now.
Bob the bear. All right.
Bob the bear.
Intimidation is charisma.
All right, and
14.
I have a chance finally for the first time in a long time, if this is actually going to work for me, to get the people who are in the chat to do some rolling for me. So guys, as you roll for me, I will use your rolls. Being as this is the first one, I am going to do the roll here, but you guys get to take over every other roll after that, chat. And so, yeah, you definitely immediately see the three that are on the elk whimper instead. They just kind of, their ears fold back, their tail kind of gets closer to their body, and they just kind of hunker down underneath the power of your roar.
I'll just like roar around to try to keep them at a safe distance from my my party members.
That's perfect. Okay,
my
so okay, so that brings us back up to Frar.
So the wolves, do these seem like they're very scared, or?
They're scared of Bob, that's for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna climb onto Bob, put my shield away, draw my great axe, and roar with him.
Piggyback.
Oh my
I'll roar
gosh.
with...
Okay. I want you to roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Come on.
Okay.
Thought it was a good plan too.
Yeah, okay.
Roar.
However,
Roar. It's like a voice crack. Roar.
okay. Well, the good news is I allowed the chat to roll, and they rolled a 7.
Oh.
So it's underneath your 8. So they are still definitely intimidated by you, and on the back of this black bear. The one that was on the rock is now also intimidated by you, but also slightly confused. Maybe the voice crack threw things off just a little bit. Is there anything else on your turn?
Let me see. I kind of want to just hurl my axe at one of them.
Sure, get her done. Go ahead and roll an attack.
You have bless too.
Oh, sweet. What does bless do?
Bless adds a d4.
D4.
Oh,
We also have
my damage
to your attack.
to my
So-
attack.
Did you
And
put
that
a
was-
limit
yeah.
on the hydrate or?
I did not really put a lot of limits on it, so you could make me drink like every 3 seconds if you wanted to, I'm sure, by
I
the number
have.
of points you have.
Yeah. I can do it 420 times. Oh, that's not true. No, that's not true. 42 times.
42 times. Even so,
420.
the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Everybody take a hydration check.
I got alcohol.
Oh my gosh.
Rubbing alcohol.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that picture up. We got to get that picture. Where is that puppy link address? That's definitely going in the chat. This came from Bob inside our Roll20 right here.
That's not really
Hilarious.
representable because Bob would, of course, never wear metal armor. But,
Of course, but it
it's,
gives you...
It gives you an idea.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so with that, you throw a great axe. Which one are you targeting? The one on the top of the rock?
The biggest, yeah, I guess the one
Okay.
on the top of the rock because he's like the leader
Okay.
or something.
So yeah, you definitely smack him. And he actually tumbles off the side of the rock a little bit and just starts howling in pain.
Fuck you!
He's not dead, but he's definitely not good.
And ooh, All right, and I guess that's it.
Renetic says 42 isn't hydrating; it's waterboarding at that point. All right, that brings us to actually to the wolves and the elk. The elk is I'm going to say is down and out. He had 3 wolves kind of attack him, but the wolves now are very quickly joined, and you guys are now flanked by a pack of wolves of about 8 wolves at you right now, and they're going to start snapping at people, especially the new wolves that have come into view that did not really realize what all's going on. They're going to start snapping at you, trying to get to you. We can go ahead and get some rolls. There will be a whole bunch of rolls available for us. Oops, I guess I should tell you how much I want you to roll. That's better. That's the one. Okay. And... Okay. Wow, okay. And... Okay, so I've got 3 hits so far. Now I just gotta figure out my targets. Let's go with...
That's a lot of dice rolling.
Yeah.
It's kind of freaking me out.
It sounds so much cooler, right? That one is that
Sounds
one's
menacing.
Jetta. That one's Frar. That one's Putter. So there we go. Roll for me. No, so I got to roll the damage now. The damage on that is so on. Oh, okay, that one. On Jetta, it is a 6 points of piercing damage, and I need you to roll for me a strength saving throw.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Hey, Naimia, nice, good to see you again. Okay, and for Frar, yours is also 6 points of damage, and a strength saving throw for me, please, as you are being something's trying to knock you off of Bob.
Oh. Bless.
Do I get advantage? I don't think.
No, you just get bless.
Yeah. Okay.
So, roll a d4.
Wow, bless to save the day for you, Jetta.
With the strength save?
Yeah, with a strength save, yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's why I cast it all the time.
Yeah. So, and Putter takes 7 points of piercing damage, and
how much damage do I take, by the way?
You took 6.
6.
Yeah, and thankfully, the wolf that tried to knock you off, you actually kind of grip into the bark-like hair of Bob the bear, and are able to kind of keep your balance, despite the slash that comes across your midsection. That's true. Yeah. Okay. So that brings us now to Jetta. It is your turn. You've just had a wolf, and the wolf is right up in your face.
I'm going to try to cast inflict wounds again. I'm running low on first levels though, so I'm gonna have to do second level.
Okay. Why are you running low on first levels?
Because I have 2 of 4 left.
Oh, okay. So
Come on. Let me try bless if it matters.
It might. It mattered. That was enough.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yes.
So with a 14, go ahead and hit that damage button. Let's see what happens.
Okay. And then this is second level.
Oh wow!
So 18 points of necrotic
As
damage.
you see the eyes immediately sallow, the skin of the face pulls back against the bones, and the whole and the wolf just almost crumbles, almost like Indiana Jones Crusader guy kind of crumbling to dust kind of thing. Yeah,
Ooh, it's
that
dead?
wolf is dead. Yes.
Yes.
You're used to this feeling with inflict wounds. That's how you killed the last one. That brings
Throwing
us
shade.
that brings us to Bob.
Man.
The wolves are not being scared away from me and start to attack us. I will, of course, start fighting back. So with my claw, I start to smash one and bite one with my teeth, and I roar again, trying
Get
to
her
scare
done.
them away.
Show me your
Bless.
attacks. That's still gonna hit. You don't need the
Rolling
bless.
automatically. Why is it auto roll damage. And claw. Ooh, that's a fumble.
Ooh, yeah, that one is a fumble. Go for a damage on the bite for me, please. Oh, 5 points damage as you bite into one and kind of grip into it and kind of pull some of its back, pull the scruff of it off. Really, you cause it starts to kind of get snapped out of its stupor, and now it's in survival mode, not in I'm trying to get food mode. It's now in survival mode. But yeah, you caused a bit of damage to it. There's still 7 total wolves here, though, guys. So that's gonna bring us to Frar.
How many wolves are there right now?
7.
7.
7. Okay. I'm going to grab my shield again and wield my flail. And anytime I'm gonna have a hold action. Anytime one of the wolves attack either me or Bob, I'm going to retaliate with an attack. Is that
They're
possible?
definitely going to attack.
Or get close
Yeah,
to
they're
us.
already. You've already.
Or
Yeah,
get
you've
close
already
to us.
seen. They are turning. They are definitely not scared of you guys anymore. Well, they're scared of you, but they're not so scared as to run away. They're scared to try to protect the pack. So they're definitely going to attack.
Actually, how does a defense action work?
So the defense action basically provides
Dodge.
It's like a dodge, or if depending on how you want to do it, you could either put yourself into a dodge position where you're dodging things coming your way, which gives them disadvantage on on their attacks with you, or you could be trying to be defending somebody else, at which point it's more of a help action.
Okay, I'd use it to defend both me and Bob
Okay.
for if they ever come attack us. I'm just gonna
Alright.
hold action there.
Well, they are most definitely going to attack. So anybody in the chat who wants to roll, I'm going to need a lot of rolls right now.
Also, with me equipping my shield, I have an armor class of 18.
Good to know. Okay, so yeah, okay, so that's one that's one wolf that doesn't make purchase with anything at all. Probably the one that Bob just bit. Renetic just rolled so Renetic got an 18, and but he's also all of these wolves are also rolling with advantage because of pack tactics. And so my lovely little the Renetics is going to be a hit for sure, and then I got another hit here for so this will be on Sky. Sorry, on Bob the Bear. 2 attacks on Bob the Bear. Whoa. Yeah, okay, one on this time it's going to be on Rook. This one's on
AC
Feather.
16.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely hitting. These guys are rolling hot right now, and they got that one's not gonna hit. That was going for Jetta, so that one's not gonna hit. And that one's not gonna hit Frar. All right, so we have 2 hits on Sky and 1 on Rook, and so that's going to be. I can't roll this. Hang on. That was a wild dice. Okay, that's 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7 points of damage for 1 bite Sky. 6. So 7 points of damage for another bite Sky. And for Rook, she's taking 9 points of damage as one of the wolves just kind of latches onto her shoulder. All right, that brings us to Jetta.
Is anyone looking pretty messed up in our party?
You're starting to notice some blood kind of forming on Bob.
Okay.
6 rank?
Did I take any damage?
You took actually 7 plus 7 points of damage, Bob.
7,
So
not 6.
yeah. Yeah. And Frar, you actually no, one of those hit you, didn't it? Yeah, it did.
Oh wait, I already had the bear there. Sorry.
And oh yeah, yours was nice and easier. You took another 5 points of damage there, Frar.
Okay.
How many bites was that? Because I'm concentrating on a spell.
2 of them.
Okay, 2 con saves. Oh, the first one already removes my bark skin.
All right.
So I lose the concentration on bark skin, and you see the bear fur going back to his soft, furry self. My AC will drop to 11.
Ooh, and then the 2nd one definitely. Yeah, and only the 2nd one would have hit. So
And would that give me more attacks, by the way? Because the first hit already lowered my AC to 11, so then maybe other dice rolls.
No, the other dice rolls
Also-
were like 5s and 2s, so no.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that brings us to Jeddah.
I will use Toll the Dead on one of the damaged wolves.
There's only one damaged wolf.
Oh shit. So that's a DC 15 Wisdom save.
All right, hey chat, why don't we get you to do that? DC
Roll low.
15. Bring it on, chat. Let's see what we can get out of this. It's good to see some of these guys back in the chat again. I feel like I've been gone for so long with this week of sickness. Poo. Come on, roll for me, chat. There it is. Renetic rolled very low. Naimia rolled low too, so we're going to use Naimia's roll on the next time around that I have to do something for the wolves. But yeah, Renetic's 4 is definitely not going to save.
So that's 9 points of necrotic damage to that
Yeah,
wolf.
and as this Dolores bell rings over the wolf's head, is this something that other people notice, or how does it look?
Yeah, it's like a loud bell just going bong for
And it's just
9
like-
points of bong damage.
And you can see you can actually see the head, the wolf with the head just kind of start doing this massive vibration, and a little snap you hear a little snap, which sounds awful lot like a neck breaking as it falls to the ground.
Yes, I've killed
On
2
top
of
of
them.
the elk.
How is the cleric killing everything?
That brings us to...
Oh, sorry,
your turn
one more
still.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on Farrar, since he's in the fray of it.
It's a bonus action. You can do it.
He's in the far of it.
He's in the Farrar of it.
I like that.
So you
I'm
got
not gonna
7
lie.
points back, Farrar.
Woot!
Nice.
That brings us then to Bob. 6 wolves left.
Claw away at one of the wolves near me. It misses. And then
That
I
one
try
misses.
to bite it as well. Natural 20!
Nicely done. As you bite into one, and just rip the side of it, so it's like it's completely been, the fur just kind of peels off one full side of it, starts kind of gushing out the side. It is effed up. It's not dead.
Now I want to use my bonus action again to intimidate. As I roar.
Well, and Naimia,
My,
yeah, Naimia rolled a 9 for you guys on that. So, the apps, you've heard wolves howl, you've maybe even heard wolves yip. They don't really bark. Wolves don't bark. But what they certainly don't do is
Hilarious.
scream. And this wolf screams as Bob degloves the side of it, basically. Yeah, that ends Bob's turn.
Self-defense, people.
That brings us to Farrar.
Okay. I hop off, and I'm going to attack the nearest one, I guess.
You can do it.
Do I
You
wait?
still have bless.
No, wait, never mind. Oh yeah.
Oh, but Bless is still not going to make that work. Never mind. Yeah, Bless is still never going to get that. So, nonetheless, so yeah, you jump off. It's your footing that kind of makes it difficult for you to find purchase, like with your flail.
I'm gonna use surge.
Get it,
Action surge.
get her done. That's a better one.
How about now?
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
that hit? Yes.
All right, roll for me your damage.
And I'm also gonna do grappling strike
Okay.
and do add the superiority die to your strength athletics check.
Yep. So 24.
Yep.
All right.
So I do 4 damage and grab it, right?
Yeah, there's no way a wolf is going to be able to roll higher than a 24. So you smack it, and you actually end up smacking it with the flail in its ass, and it kind of flips the wolf around beside you, and you just like grip it, so its head is like right in front of you, and its ass end is in considerable discomfort, and it's not even snapping. It's just wide eyed, and the teeth are bared, but not for only to try and snap away, kind of thing. That brings us to the wolves. The one that oh sorry, do you have anything else you want to do for our?
No, I don't think I have anything else to do.
Okay, cool. So the wolves, we're now down to 6, sort of. One of them is grappled by Farrar. Another one's been like in really bad shape from a nasty bite coming from Bob. The one that got hurt that badly, just is now trying to limp away. So Bob, you're gonna get an opportunity attack.
Wait, the 10 did not kill him?
It did not. It came dang close, but it did not completely kill him.
Alright. Claw attack. 21.
That's definitely gonna do the trick. How do you want to do that?
I'll just give him a smack and it flies away.
Just tumbles down the hill as it just leaving blood splatter after blood spatter after blood spatter as it continues down the hill. And the other 3 wolves, sorry, no, that's one. The other 4 wolves with that last one are now tucking tail and starting to run away. So Jeddah and Farrar, you're also going to get attacks of opportunities on wolves. Even though you've already got one grappled, you could still swing out at another one, Farrar, if you wanted to.
All right, I'll do that.
I will too.
Yeah, that
Oh wait,
hits.
no, never mind. I thought I was gonna.
12.
And with
Holy
a
shit!
so
Does the flail really hit that low?
oh, hang on. What is
Oh no, I just
flail is
bad roll.
that's 2
really
bad rolls
bad
on
roll.
that flail in a
Yeah.
row. That's unfortunate. But yeah, no, you managed to just kind of get the flail out. Jeddah, you realizing the wolves are running away. Oh crap! Pull the rapier out and just too fast.
Yeah.
It was too fast for you, unfortunately. So that's gonna bring. But yeah, you do smack one wolf and just and just kind of limps itself away a little bit. But there's now 4 wolves running away, except for and there's still one in your hands, Farrar. It is now. We got still a couple more rounds that we could do things. You've got 1 wolf left kicking around here with you guys. The other ones are all dipped out. Jeddah, you gonna do anything
I
with
want
this
to
wolf
wrestle
that?
it down. I want to
Yes.
wrestle it down and knock it out, so it can
It's
be
Jeddah's
my pet.
turn, though. It's Jeddah's turn. So Jeddah,
okay.
I'm gonna kneel down in front and just say, "Go," and point the opposite direction.
it's grappled. It can't go anywhere.
And
With the one I'm grappling it, I'm not letting go, man.
Yeah,
This is
she's
gonna be
like-
my pet.
oh, I was gonna try to intimidate it by speaking Infernal.
Oh, you can certainly try. See what happens.
Yeah. Intimidation is
You're
not my
just
strong
speaking
suit.
demon language to a wolf.
14. That's good for me.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's like go.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys, like, she says this strange, gravelly language, and the wolf's eyes, which are already wide, the ears just go right back in, almost folding back on Farrar's arm.
That's Jeddah.
But, Bob, you have one more turn before Farrar tries to turn this thing into a pet.
I turn around with blood on my teeth as a wild look looks at you. As I bite into Jeddah.
Oh,
Into
no!
Jeddah?
Into
Oh,
Farrar.
Oh shit! Can I hold the wolf in front of him and just put it in his mouth?
You can. I would allow. Hang on. What is your AC, Jeddah?
17.
Yeah. Okay. So you bite at
It
her.
misses.
Yeah. And what's your AC again, Farrar?
I'm 18, so I'm
Yeah.
fine.
So I'm gonna say yes. You could put the wolf in the way instead if you wanted to.
Ah, shit. So I should. Did I sacrifice the pet? Potential pet?
Gut reaction.
Basically go
Ah,
straight-
This is
I basically go
this is
straight
slow.
at you guys.
Shit. Do I really want a pet? Okay.
Well, this is the problem. Okay.
Either way it misses. I mean, you don't have to throw it in front.
That's true.
No. Well. I mean, like, I'm still holding on to it. So, like,
Still,
Yeah, you could still
17
say
roll,
miss.
so
It's
yeah.
your call.
no.
Nothing is
I
gonna.
mean, like, do I like? I'm in this fork road, I guess, where now Bob is attacking us. So I have to like stop him, but I also have this potential pet.
You have to let go. That's right. But you don't.
What are you gonna do?
Can I use my reaction to knock the wolf down?
Well, it's not your
guess
turn
not.
yet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm letting the wolf go.
Okay, so you let the wolf go. It is now actually your
But
turn.
Yeah, but then it is his turn still holding onto the wolf, right? He can
Well,
still.
oh yeah, we could do that. So you go ahead and do your turn. Because he did just Bob
Okay.
just missed you. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna put down my flail and grab the wolf with like under one arm, and then go to Bob's side and try to wrap around his head and grab him under the other arm.
So you're
With
gonna have a
a,
wolf on one arm, and a
yeah.
Bob in the other arm. Roll me an athletics check, Bob. Go ahead and do your
sorry,
reaction. There we go. The athletics. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Bob is grappled by Frar around the neck.
Okay. And this is considered an action, right?
This is considered an action, yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then I'm gonna hold him there, and I'll hold both of them there, just to like wrestle him into calming down.
All right,
Bob, it's
That-
us.
there you go.
That's it.
Jeddah, your turn. No, not true yet. Sorry, the wolf is gonna try to escape first. And I rolled a 19. So
19?
the 19 plus strength
Nah.
is 20. No.
Nah.
24.
Nah.
Beautiful.
No.
So yeah, you feel like it's pretty strong, but you keep it under there, and it just does not pull out of your arms. It is now Jetta's turn.
I'm just gonna try to calm Bob down and say, "It's done. It's over. Let's go back to Bob, please."
Persuasion check.
Yeah. Why am I doing charisma rolls? I suck at it. No, that's deception.
You should say something wise to him. It's like
It's
This
not
is like-
over. Not 20.
Oh, nat 20! It's not an automatic success, so Bob, you get to decide if you're actually going to be able to tell this. Because Bob might
He's
be
like
so enraged.
he's
he
like
might
a
not
hawk
lie.
now. He's raging, so he's just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
keep biting and clawing now at the one who's grappling him.
shit.
Yeah,
So 8
so
damage.
It's
So
damage
he-
from the bite.
I will say
While
that
his
he won't be
claw
able
misses.
to. I will say that you won't be able to bite him in the position that you're at because of how he's got you grappled. He's preventing your face from actually getting to him.
And I'm biting the wolf.
That you could definitely
No,
do.
Wait, the wolf is on the other arm though.
Oh yeah, he could still wrench his head around towards something else that's protruding, which just so happens to be a wolf head. So I would allow
okay.
that. Yeah. So, yeah,
I'm just
you
snapping
actually
at anything I'm seeing.
you snap at the wolf and you clasp the whole head of the wolf, and Frar, you hear the sickening sound of crunching bones under the weight of Bob the
Oh,
Bear's
my pet.
strong, powerful jaws.
I was
And
gonna
then
name
you
him
feel-
Mozart.
And then you feel the
Wolfgang
scrape. I love it and I hate it at the same time. But a 14 isn't gonna hit. You feel as the foot is trying to grasp at you on your back end as Bob the Bear's front claws come grasping at you, but not making purchase. That's gonna bring us That would have been Bob's turn, so that's going to bring us back to Farar's turn. Wolf's dead,
Okay.
by the way.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the other arm and wrap it around him, and I'm gonna try and like shove him to the ground.
All right. Shove him into submission. Athletics check. Both of you guys.
Come on, get
That's
less
not one of your
bad.
better ones.
No, but it's still okay.
Oh, Matt. Yeah, you're not able to put him down to the ground. He's able to fight back. He's not freeing himself from the grapple yet, but you can't put him down. He's too big and too strong.
Okay. I guess that's the end of my turn.
All right. That brings us. This one got a little bit interesting. Look at what happens when I just throw things at you. This will bring us to Jeddah. Sorry, I hit too many buttons there. It's going to be Jeddah's turn now.
I'm going to say, I'm sorry, Bob, but I have to put you down and make
Don't
you back
hurt
to
him.
Bob again. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on Bob.
All right. That's a wisdom save. No, this is just a straight. Yeah. Oh, 24. I'm going to say that kind of hits.
Okay. I didn't declare what level beforehand, so I'll just
No,
go
so
with
it'll be
first.
first level.
15 necrotic.
That.
That inflict wounds attack
Right.
is like very powerful.
Yeah. Okay, Bob.
As yeah, can I go? Or?
Yeah. Please.
As you suck the life out of him, and suddenly his body starts to shrink and shrink. The black hair starts to go into his body as the blue fuzziness starts to form again. And an unconscious Bob is laying next to you.
I'll immediately
I mean, I
cast
still
Spare
choke
the
him
Dying
out.
first. Oh, are we out of initiative?
I'll say you're out of initiative now. All the threats are gone.
Spare the Dying, then Cure Wounds.
You think you can do that to Wolfgang
What?
over there?
What happened? Did we win?
Yeah, you were awesome, but then you tried to kill us afterwards, so
Wait.
I had to take you out.
Sorry, I think the wildness took over. That's why I don't like to turn into animals. They're
I
hard to
guess.
control. They're hard to control.
I guess you couldn't bear it.
I guess not.
Happens with me too.
Wait, did I do that? And I'm pointing to the claw, the bite marks on you, Fra.
Wait, I got bitten? Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, but not by Bob, thankfully.
Oh well, wait, that was
Not
the
bad.
wolf. We had to divert it to the wolf because
That's
you
right.
said cut the twitch. Sorry.
Yes.
And then maybe I point around to the wolves, like, did I do that? Like
Yes.
seeing the one all torn up and the other one bitten in the neck, and
I was
Sorry.
going to name him Mozart.
as I wipe my face and there's wolf blood on my mouth.
I pat him in the back.
Let it out, buddy. Let it out.
And I puke next to our feet. I can't believe I killed so many wolves. And almost you guys.
Well, you almost killed her. I'm fine.
Actually, you didn't hit me at all.
I didn't want to put you into danger. But the bear shape is just too uncontrollable. I've not done it too that much, and maybe I shouldn't try to.
No, you should
Turn
do it
into-
more often. You can't hide this
It
kind
was
of rage.
awesome.
You need to control it.
Well,
And maybe we can help you.
well, like to train, you think?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Because
It's
that
a
was
useful
the
skill.
coolest thing I've ever saw.
I could try, but At some point, it just went dark as soon as those wolves started to attack you guys. It's like I lost control.
So grab it. Get control. Control your rage and become the bear. That way I could also ride.
Oh, you want to ride my back? I cannot
not?
remember anything of that. Wait, you rode on my back?
Yes.
It was kind
You
of
were
awesome.
quite the team, too.
Must have been already after I blacked out.
Imagine if you weren't, and you were in control.
Well, that would be an awesome sight.
Add some armor plates here and there. It would look even better.
But did you say that you wanted a wolf as a pet?
Well, I wanted one, but it's kind of dead now.
Yeah.
I do have magic to befriend animals for like a day. And if I like every day repeat the spell, we could have a wolf companion if we like. We'll just have to track down the pack again and try to approach one that looks friendly. Would you be up for it?
Oh, definitely. Except for, I prefer mine to be savage.
Yeah, well, you can. It will befriend you. It will still be savage to others. But it will be more difficult to befriend one that is unfriendly to you. So.
Unless you dominate it.
No, well, then you first have to dominate it, but we'll figure out when we get there. Which way did they go? maybe you should. Oh no, I think Bob will never. I was gonna say use the hide and disguise yourself as a wolf, but Bob would never say that. Totally against this. Like skin an animal or something.
You know what's gonna be like? It's gonna be like the opposite of this shirt right now. It's gonna be like
there
this
you
little tiny pelt on my back with like a
Yep.
tiny hat, wolf head hat.
Oh my gosh. Well, for the now that the threat has gone and you have now returned Bob to some semblance of peace, sort of, although he might not feel so peaceful in his own heart, the wolves have now scattered off. The elk are very much further down the hill. They're quite a ways away now. The good news is, at least for anybody who likes meat, you have a dead elk beside you as well. And so you, Befrar, may choose to do some stuff immediately there to try to maybe save a little bit of the elk meat if they wanted to, but the rest of your watch for the evening, I'm going to say, is going to go relatively uneventfully. Because the smell of the blood will stave off just about anything else except for carrion creatures that might actually want to come by. So they kind of get the sense that they shouldn't be around all the adrenaline smell that they can still have in this space. The morning comes. Are you going to take some of that elk, Frar?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, throw me a quick survival check. We'll see how much you get.
Ooh.
Yeah, you get it. You get a large quantity of meat that you spend the morning stripping it out and basically creating long strips of meat that you just end up hanging off your belt or something like that.
Right,
So that you could just
it's gonna be like beef jerky.
exactly,
beer
except
jerky.
it's still juicy.
Not like meatball jerky.
Not meatball jerky, no.
In the morning, I will of course make some time to prepare 2 snacks that I hand out to Jeddah and Frar. As a different one than normally, as
Okay.
I give this one a little bit more like sorry for like trying to bite you. Wasn't feeling myself,
Apology
Say,
accepted.
and it's the
Have
cookie you
tasted
can.
meat before?
Well, I kinda did. I can still feel the taste of wolf in my mouth, the blood.
Maybe you should try eating a little bit
No.
to control that rage of yours.
I could-
Because
I
you're
couldn't-
familiarizing yourself with the taste.
I would never eat something that I would call my friend. And animals are my friends.
You killed wolves.
Well, it was kind of self-defense, and it's not like I did it on purpose. I kind of blacked out.
Well, you didn't kill this deer.
No, but still, if I could save it, I would.
But it's dead now, so might as well.
No, and in my culture, we would bury it and held a ritual to return it to the earth.
We're still playing on that cycle, except we're eating it, and it's returning to us.
Well,
We could eat it and then bury it.
as long as you poop in the bush and fertilize it that way, I guess the circle is round. The
So have a
circle is
bite.
round. No.
You sure? Not even a small one.
Figure.
You guys collect your things. You start making your way back towards. This time, you guys veer a little bit more towards the mountains. So you actually go basically perpendicular to where that stampede came from the night before, but still a little bit more towards the mountains. And it doesn't take long, probably only a half day, before you guys actually round a little bit of the hill and you see just a thin trail of blackened smoke raising up in the distance. It's not raising up in the sky because it's now perfectly backdropped by these Great West Peak Mountains. But you do finally see the trail of black smoke coming up from a stack of sorts, and a community up on the side of a mountain that looks to be maybe a half a dozen buildings. Not a large community, but a community nonetheless.
Totally forgot you gave me a staff of the woodlands last session.
Could have used that too. I'm like, I wonder why he's doing this, but he's.
You gave me that one. I'm like looking at the bottom of my inventory. I'm like, wait, I had a staff of the woodlands.
That's amazing. Oh, so I had a
How?
question.
Next time,
Oh,
next
sorry,
time.
go on.
You're good. I was wondering, have we been carrying the body of Artie this whole time, or was it just like a let his family know?
Oh no, it was a let his family know thing.
Okay, I was just like, have we been carrying a corpse around this entire time? But
That would be hilarious.
yeah,
You have not had.
Oh my god.
You guys didn't actually have anything with you before you got to Bob's family, and Bob's family gave you enough
Okay.
provisions to travel again.
I'm like an
I mean, you
idiot.
guys had. Because you're looking at the staff of the woodlands, you're like, I could have
Oh,
done
I'm
that.
looking. I could have the bark skin. I could have casted for my stuff. I could have casted speak with animals for the wolves. I could have casted animal friendship with the staff against the wolves.
Instead,
I
you killed them.
I can cast locate animals with the staff, so we can even track the wolves with the staff.
hey, we're both murderers now. It's
Oh
fine.
my god.
If it's any consolation,
So I'm
Bob has never used
I'm the
the
only
staff,
one who didn't
so
murder.
Bob might not actually even know that all that's possible with the staff yet. So
Let's
It's-
just keep it that I forgot to tune to it, which I literally did not do yet. So I did.
there you go. All right. Oh man, my cheeks are hurting from the laughter. Okay, so are you guys gonna go towards this community?
Well, I thought we were gonna go wolf hunting. We're not going wolf hunting.
Or are you going wolf hunting?
Did you?
Oh yeah, we're tracking the wolves, right?
Yeah. I thought we were gonna. Do that
Okay,
first.
then. Okay. Then I'm gonna do. Yeah, you do see
If
the
it's-
community
if
still.
if
It's on the other
everybody's
side of the
okay.
valley anyway, so it's not a big deal. But you tracking the wolves. I'll say that as you're going over this hill to try to figure out where they've gone, they are going towards the mountains anyway, and so you do see this community basically across a valley, but you're going to a different peak instead to try to track down these wolves. They left at a bit of a clip, and they are where you would have to go. You would have to actually climb up quite a rock face to get to them, but you probably could if you guys wanted to keep on pushing it. Yeah?
What do you think, Bob? Is it
Well,
worth it?
I happen to have this staff I got from my mom.
Get a staff.
It came from our family tree. It gives me extra connection with druidic spells, and I can use it to locate wolves, for instance, or any type of beast or plant, actually. If you're looking for a wild rose, I could find it, or a squirrel hiding a nut. But also wolves. And
Maybe we should.
my staff is telling me that
leave
they're up
the-
there. Which will be
What do you think, Jetta?
pretty climb.
Do you want to pet Wolfgang number 2?
Oh, I'm still on there.
Sorry. I mean, we're going a little bit off track, but if we think that it can be done today, I wouldn't see why not.
So we vote for getting Wolfgang.
Putter, for his part, would actually probably speak up here, so I will actually give him a chance to do that real quick. Putter would probably say something along the lines of, if you get
plebeians.
a wolf to be a pet, will you be able to make sure it stays under control when we get into wherever we're going?
I'll hit it if it doesn't.
I'm just saying. Not everybody responds well to a wolf.
And will it affect our lodging and where we can stay, having a wolf pet?
I mean, we can always come back if you've got the staff.
The magic ends if you hit it, by the way. So if anybody punches or hurts the wolf, it will turn on us right away.
Hey, what the fuck?
Just saying.
So, I actually kind of agree with Putter. What if we did the community first, and then we could always come back?
Let's just try to befriend the next animal we meet.
Okay.
Hopefully it's a bear.
Bob, perception check.
And there's a bear in the bush.
Just watching.
It's
Imagine it comes
Yeah,
up.
my rolls
Boo
are
boo.
lousy
picnic
today.
basket.
Yeah.
You see, you
do.
see what appears to be a raven that flies kind of overhead.
I use
I see where
my.
this is going.
Shall I try it on the raven? And I take my staff and I cast animal friendship on the raven.
Putter looks to you like, why are you casting spells on my familiar?
I was gonna make a joke. We already have a raven. But I'm just trying to befriend it.
It's already
You even do
friends.
that?
No, he's...
Bob, you're already starting to act like a bear.
Within 30 feet. Let's just go to home. Hillholm. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, so you guys start towards the village then?
It's probably the first time we saw the raven too.
No, you guys have seen the raven on occasion, but it just hasn't been out and about a lot.
I think it's
and
me
the
the
owl.
first time we ever actually saw the raven.
Oh, that may very well be. Yeah, that's quite possible.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? We have a raven?
We also have an owl.
Yes, Frar, we have a raven. Yeah, and Rook will have been having. Yeah, Checkers would have been sitting on Rook's shoulder quite regularly, so you would have seen Checkers for sure. Okay, so Making your way towards what seems to be the small community, you can see just a few clay and muck kind of made roofs with twigs and such to kind of give it a little bit more strength. But you are able to quickly discern that there's one location that seems to be seems to have the most activity, and that it must be some form of an inn. You can see like there is a little bit of smoke coming from what seems to be a form of a chimney on the back end of it. It's not the trail of smoke you saw earlier on. You saw a different smokestack that's elsewhere in the community. It kind of gives you the sense that it might be a forge of some sort. But you have this community. Where would you guys want to go in this? Everything else seems to be relatively resident. There is one that looks like it could be a general store, but it looks largely residential.
So first, we should probably talk about what we're going to say to this family once we get there. What do you guys think? Should we lie about what happened, or should we tell the truth?
I think we should be direct.
We killed your son. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
But what if she calls, bounty hunters on us? We
Yeah,
kill her
that's
too?
true. No, hopefully not. What if we... Oh, man. This is tough. What if we say it was like trial by combat or something, and I'm sorry, I won.
That would be a lie, though.
I know, I'm just used to lying. It's so much easier.
But then it's just going to bite us in the ass again,
Okay,
like it always does.
you're going to see me tell the truth for the first time. Probably
If-
in my short life.
If you don't want to do it, I can do it. I'll
Are
take
we
the
just bringing the news, or are we gonna do something to repent?
Oh, we should get like a edible flower bouquet.
What?
Wait, they make those?
You can eat it?
Yeah.
She would just eat it?
Food is the best way to deal with sorrow.
I don't think eating flour is gonna...
Or Bob could make her cookies.
What if you disguise as her son?
That's so fucked up.
Mother, you have to let me go, mother.
Oh, almost like make a ghostly version of him being like, I died.
Exactly. We wouldn't be lying. He did die.
True, I love this.
Should we play as ghosts too?
Spooky.
I think we're getting over ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe Jedi, you. Sorry, can you repeat what you said before, because I was a little bit zoned out.
You're all good. So we're debating whether to make an edible flower bouquet, bake
okay.
cookies, or dress up as Ghost and try to make it seem like the spirit of her son is visiting her.
Why don't you just disguise as her son and just say, "Hi, Mom, we're still here. I will be on a very long trip. See you, maybe never." And they'll be in the illusion their child is still alive.
I feel like
What doesn't know doesn't harm.
I feel like that's worse. Should
What if she's expecting letters? Should we start writing letters and send it to her every now and again?
You have to keep the lie up, so I guess so.
I know. Is this bad? I feel like we're not actually learning anything from our mistakes here.
The DM will let you do whatever you do.
Okay, I vote either Ghost visiting her, trying to be like, just let me go. Mom, it's okay. I died, but you're gonna be okay. Or two, I show up as him and I'm like, hey, I'm visiting for a second, but I have to go like right now. I'm going on a ship to like another continent and we'll never see you again. Bye.
I vote for just killing her and be done with it.
What? No.
It's faster.
But I'm trying to stop killing people.
You are, I'm not.
Fair. What do you think, Bob?
Maybe we should just tell her the truth and ask her what we can do to repent and show us we're sorry.
Okay, so no ghost.
No.
Okay.
No killing.
No, definitely no.
Should I make myself look slightly different just in case she does send bounty hunters after us?
Would it be strange if she sees me?
True.
Maybe you should go in alone, Yeda. You're
Yeah.
the one who murdered her son, so maybe it's better if you tell her one-on-one instead of this weird, nutty six party.
Too much nuts.
Too much not a woman can handle.
Not one woman can handle it.
Okay. I'll go in alone.
Why are you saying this on my stream?
I
Damn it.
can't. Oh my gosh. You didn't see what I don't think you guys all saw what Renetic put it in the chat. That was like, we could just
Right.
kill her. Yes, that's right. Reunite her with her son. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Holy!
Holy!
That is so fucked up.
I should have said that instead.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys, where are you guys going? Where are you guys going? Where are you guys going?
Oh, we need to find out where she is first.
Okay.
We even have a last name. What was the guy called again?
Artie?
That's what you know.
We could ask around. Maybe go into a general store.
I wonder if the mom's hot.
I know, right?
Jeez. All right. Roll
You
for
can-
me.
I'll just sleep with his mom and
Maybe you can get adopted by his mom. I know there's an opening.
I mean, there's no
Jeez.
competition anymore. so-
Oh my god. Okay.
This is getting so bad.
Jetta, roll for me either a perception or investigation check, depending on which one you want to go with.
Definitely perception.
You're big guys.
Sure.
8.
All
I
right.
like
So
how,
as
I like
you're,
how he touches the mic to like turn it off, but in this stream he just touches nothing.
it's just like, huh.
Poke.
Okay. The All right. So you're able to find. Just quickly walking into this community, you can quickly and easily see a couple of different facilities that are nearby. You can get there is a general store. It's just labeled on the front of this building. Very, very simple, small building called Sundry and Stuff. There's another one that's called Autos, which looks to be more like an inn or tavern. It's one of the taller buildings in town. It actually is 2 levels. Most of the buildings are not 2 levels. You also do see that there is another one among the better looking buildings. It's residential, though. It's not like a business location, but it is 2 stories tall. There is another area, another building that had the black smoke from the forge that you can see nearby as well. Aside from that, it's all smaller houses and huts for the most part here. Cabins for the most part. So that's what you're able to see with an 18. Where would you want to take them?
Let's try the store first.
Okay.
So the sundry and stuff.
Sure. So you step in, you kind of open up the door. It's just a creak. There's no bell or anything like that. It just open up the door and kind of look in. And it is a very simple, basic shop. There is, you do see there is a counter on the one side, and then a couple of rows of shelves with what seems to be basic provisions of adventuring gear. But the first humanoid you see in there is actually a halfling, and he kind of looks up, just, hi, how can I help you?
Do you
Hi.
buy meat?
We got some dried meats here.
No, do you buy it?
Oh, yeah, it depends what you got.
Deer meat.
Oh yeah, yeah. How old? When did you get it?
Today.
Marvelous. Yeah, I would happily relieve you of it. See how much you got, and you kind of just show him the amount of meat that you've collected. Well, you did a pretty good job of that with all that there. I could
Show
get.
him my meat.
That's right. I could probably see my way to, with the amount you got there. I could probably see my way to about 5 silver.
I want to cast intimidation.
Okay.
And,
What are you gonna
in the
What
way
are you
that-
gonna say?
I'm not gonna say anything. I just like at the mention of the 5 silver, I just goes like, "Ugh." Just like an angered, disappointed look, kinda, like a grimace, or what is a grimace? A snarl, I guess. A snarl.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just looks up to you. Says, "Oh, listen, buddy, I gotta make a buck off of this if I'm gonna buy it. Simple as that. I mean, might be worth more to you,
Ah, fine.
but I mean, it gives you 5 silver. Takes the meats and immediately takes. Oh, if you need anything, you just ask Argus. He'll be out here in a sec." And just goes straight to the back. And a couple moments later, a human kind of walks out front, apron on. It looks like he's probably been doing some form of cleaning in the back, and just comes out. Says, "Yeah, Milla said that you were here. How can I help you guys today? Is there anything you guys need in particular?"
Well, we're actually looking for somebody.
"Oh,
We were wondering if you could point us in their direction.
I could try. Who are you looking for?"
So we know their son's name, but aren't sure of the parent's name.
Oh.
The son's name is Artie.
"Oh, Artie. Yeah, I know Artie. You're looking. Artie's parents are gone, though.
Gone?
I mean, oh yeah, they've been dead for a couple of years. Only
Oh, well, there you go.
yeah, it was
Saves us the trouble.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
it was only
Thank
Artie and
goodness.
Disclaimer.
yeah, it was only Artie and his kid, sister, and brother.
What?
Do you know where we can find his sister?
Oh.
Then?
Oh, they'll probably be hanging around with Joseph and Elsa at the inn.
Would you point the
Okay.
way? And I put a copper coin down.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
I like how me and Jenna were like,
Sure.
"Oh, thank goodness." When he say that he's
Problem solved.
dead. Everything
Sure.
works out in the end.
Exactly. We're the shitty people in this party, though.
Did you guys like need anything else, or just you need to see the kids?
Do you have explosives?
No, not here. I don't. The miners will have some up in the mines, but I don't carry that stuff here. All the coal dust
come
around
on.
here,
You
it's
have
just
something
not
under
good.
the table. Something a little under the table.
Oh, not here. No, we're too small. Are you kidding? No. You know what? You know who might, though? Adrix. That weird, eccentric dude that's been staying at the inn for the past couple of weeks. Months. Maybe longer.
You think he would sell explosives?
I don't know. He's got to have tons of money. He took over basically the whole inn.
Interesting.
How does he look like?
Elvish. Really, really pointy ears. Sounds kind of snobby.
All right. Sounds like someone who could probably have a job too. For us.
Oh, very definitely. Yeah, he's been hiring people left, right, and center. It's actually been
No.
really good for the miners when they don't want to go mining because they got money still.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for your help.
Well, no problem. Come back here when you know, would like maybe have more meat. Who knows?
I have
Millis doesn't
plenty
like
of
hunting,
meat.
so
Awesome. So I vote we check in just to make sure the kids are okay. But if they're okay, we just don't mention anything because the task was to tell his mother who is dead, so we are fine. Right?
You think that
I just
the
want to
dwarf
remind you,
will
we're doing this for our own retribution. It's not as if somebody told us to accept the quest to go here. We're just trying to set things right.
DM will step in for a
Well,
brief second there, because Bob was the one who actually made the arrangement with Belifra back at Claymouse, saying Belifra said go make good on this. So Belifra did basically send you on this quest
Yep.
without actually saying you get to be paid for it.
Maybe we could say no. That's Bob is is here as a from a moral standpoint.
Yep.
Jenna's conflicted. She's
I
used
still
to
think we
being.
should kill Belfira.
But if you have to kill everybody, is that
Well,
something that orcs like learn when they're a kid or something?
for us, violence solves everything.
Not always. But let's go check on those kids.
All
And
right.
I'd like to do something before we walk in.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm going to disguise myself as Belifra.
Hmm.
Ooh.
All right. You're gonna
Ooh.
look like the dwarven adventurer
Finding
from
those,
Claymouth.
plot holes, huh? Or not plot
All
holes.
right.
What is it called?
Opportunities, we'll call them.
What if he just admitted to killing him as Belifra? So technically, you did admit it, but
That's
you know.
what I'm planning.
Oh my gosh. All right. So
that is fucked up.
you guys watch as Jeddah changes her form to being now with disguise self. It changes how you look, but it doesn't change what interacts with your body. So even like Jeddah's much
It's
taller
gonna
than
be
Belifra would be,
tall.
right? But no, Belifra will still look short, like or Jeddah will still look like a short Belifra. It's just that if somebody were to try to pat Jeddah on the head, they'd probably hit something else. So because there's still Jeddah invisibly higher than the disguised self. So just keep that in the back of your head. But yeah, you do come down into the form of the thickly levered, muscly dwarven form of Belifra, with the braids coming down both sides as well as the stubble that you recall from on Belifra's face.
Belifra had a
And
beard?
Belifra had a beard.
That's new to me.
And you guys step into this inn, and immediately you get this lovely sense of like Swiss Alps mountain kind of cabin area. Very warm, very open, and also it smells very, very richly of some sort of stew, strong meaty kind of smell to the stew as well, wafting from the back of the facility. You do see a gentleman who's actually just moving some dishes around on one side as you guys are arriving around the lunching hour, and there are a few people in
I thought
here.
we were going to the
Um,
kids.
Yeah, they
Or in
directed
the-
you towards the inn, towards the inn and the tavern to do so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My bad.
And the fella at the counter is older fella, thinner, which is made more obvious by his very tight clothing, bald and silvered hair that kind of forms a wreath around his ears, and he's just like, "Oh, hello there. Just go ahead and get yourself a table, and it'll either be me or Elsa with you in a second." And he's
Oh.
just carrying a tray into the back of the into the back of the building. around the rest of the building. Roll a perception check, if you will, please, Jetta, as you're trying to kind of get an idea for where maybe some children are.
18.
Saying that out of context is
Yeah,
terrible.
it's so bad.
Roll perception check to see if there's any kids around.
Rolling up in my ice cream truck.
Oh gosh. Okay, so so looking around the room fairly quickly, you do see that there is another dwarf setting up in the corner. It looks absolutely completely soot covered in most places. And she's actually kind of trying to tinker with with some sort of contraption on the table. Her plate emptied out, having just finished being eaten, set to the side, and then a long blonde-haired lady, as Farr would say, hot. Looking at it, walks up with a cloth that she's got in her hands and just kind of looks at the dwarf, and you notice as the dwarf just kind of and then puts what she was tinkering with away and kind of tries to wipe some of the soot off the tablecloth. Sorry, Elsa. And just and you do see another person kind of sitting off in another corner with a whole bunch of books around their table as well. But no kids.
Unfortunately.
Can I talk to the dwarf?
Sure, you can mosey on over, and Elsa, who you now know as Elsa because of how this dwarf approached her, just kind of says, "Grab a seat, and I'll get you a meal in just a moment." And she goes taking some of the dishes off of this dwarf's table and tries to wipe some stuff off the countertop, the tablecloth, and takes it towards the back as well.
Then I'll say, dwarf to dwarf. Why was she so rude to you?
Oh, she's not rude to me. She just keeps her place well, and I'm a bit of a mess.
Aren't we
Doga
all?
Copperfist. Nice to meet you. And I've never seen another dwarf around here. What's your name?
My name's Belifra.
Belifra. Nice to meet you. What brings you here?
We're actually looking for somebody.
Oh, and in Hillholm?
We
Probably.
were sent to find. Are you familiar with someone named Artie?
Oh yeah, the boy. Yeah.
We were sent to look for his mother.
Oh yeah, that's. Why would you just go to see her? Is he okay?
He has unfortunately met his demise in Claymouth.
And you came all the way out here to tell us. Ooh. He must have done some really nasty shit.
He
No
didn't.
surprise. Oh, really?
No, someone murdered him.
No.
You know
Don't-
that Adventurers Guild, things can get a little dicey.
Oh, don't tell Bastion that. He'll follow the same footsteps, and he'll just try to deal with it the same as Artie did. Sorry, you don't know this. Bastion's his brother,
How old's his brother?
like 11. Jessup and Elsa kind of look after them, sorta, but they're kind of on their own, frankly.
Well, I think in that case, I'll tell Elsa and then see what they want to do with the information.
And she kind of gestures, and you kind of try. And Elsa will say, "What would you want to tell me?" She's just right behind you, right ready. It looks like she's ready to help you out.
Hey, and I'll stand and I'm a very tall dwarf, but I'll just say, Unfortunately, I'm here as a messenger,
Oh,
letting you know that Artie fell in combat in Claymouth.
oh, oh. That's kind of sad. She kind of starts looking back towards the kitchen again. I don't know. All right. How did you know, Artie?
Janice like starts to freeze up a little bit and just says, I had just met him working for the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, so a guild sent you up here? He did find a guild. Okay.
Mhm.
But the guild sent you up here?
Yes.
All right. He must have made some friends, I guess. Kid needed some friends. You know what happened?
I killed him.
Roll a deception check.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Okay. She says to you, do you need a drink?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay. Go ahead and have a seat. And I'll grab something for you. And she goes to the countertop and next time, and now while that's happening, while all that conversation happening, Bob and Frar, what are you guys doing?
Are we in the table, right?
If you would like to be, yes.
What do you think, Bob?
Me? I don't know. It's up to Jeddah to do what she needs to do.
I could think of plenty of ways this could fuck up.
At least it won't be our fault. We're just
That's
sitting here
true.
at the table.
And technically, no, this is gonna screw us over, believe me.
You want to arm wrestle again? Since we're not doing anything. I noticed you got
Actually-
stronger.
Actually, I was hoping if we could talk about more about this no meat powder substance you were talking about before.
Ah, yes. But,
What was it called? Nut powder?
well, it was a diet of nuts, basically. But you committed to it yesterday and already eat meat like half a
I
day
didn't
after.
eat meat. I didn't eat meat.
Not
Joseph
based.
cooked
I sold it.
I just old it very good. Maybe we should look in town if they have more nuts and berries.
You think this tavern would sell some nuts?
No, I think we need to go to the store for that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the mountains here, it's harder to forage, so maybe we can find some nice supplies here.
Hopefully we'll find these nuts.
Or some nut soup.
And as you say, nut soup, that's
Not
when
a bad idea.
so when Elsa comes back from the kitchen, this time she's got Jessup, her husband, the skinny guy with the silvered hair and bald paste, or pate, I should say, and he, the two of them come over to sit down at the table with you, with you, Belifra, and just so you tell me now that that Artie's not coming back.
Yeah. That's the case.
And that you killed him.
Yes.
All right, so here's how this is gonna go. There's nobody here for him anymore except for his kids, his kid brother and sister, and we've been looking after them. But Elsa's got a pretty good eye on her, and she's saying to me that there's something that's not quite fully here. So if I'm gonna take care of these kids, then you're gonna have to tell us the truth, the whole thing.
Okay. You're about to witness the first time I've ever told the truth in my life. I follow a trickster god, so. And they watch as Belifra's image fades away.
I
And
nudge
Jetta's
at Bob
sitting
and
there.
say,
See, it's getting fucked up already.
Here we go.
And
Get ready. Get ready.
You want to make
See-
a bet?
my kind is not.
1 gold, it turns into a fight.
Jesus Christ.
Make it 5 gold.
So Jetta is now sitting
Deal.
there, and she just says, "My kind isn't accepted around here. My name's not Belifra. It's Jetta. We were in a fighting ring with Artie. We were all blowing off some steam and having fun, and there was just one shot that went wrong, and I killed him. The first time I've ever done that in my life. And I'm so sorry. I regret it every waking moment. I haven't been able to sleep since, and I'm genuinely sorry."
And Jessup's now actually, as you did the shifting, he kind of like, yeah, okay, and just kind of sits back in the chair. And Elsa, for her part, is kind of sitting there, kind of just doing this with her hands. Listen, dear, it's obviously you are actually sorry. And it's hard. We were never really fully close with Artie. We were just trying to help him become, the good big brother that Bastion and Nara needed, but he didn't. He was a troubled kid. And if he was able to even get into an adventuring guild, that would have been a big step in the right direction for him, but he was always bound for that path anyway. He was always bound for an early grave. But you're right. You should feel sorry. It's not something you should have ever done. But I also recognize that you're trying to make good on it by saying something about it and being truthful about it for, as you say, the first time. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it does.
Bob, I
Well-
think I deserve that 5 gold.
Wait for it.
She says, Bastion and Ara they're gonna need some guidance here. As much as a sorry is great, it's been hard taking care of them. What do you have to help us take care of those 2 kids that you've now left orphaned again?
Well, I can offer 2 things. I have a little bit of gold, but most of it got taken away when we had to run out of town. I know it's a stretch, but when I woke up in a cave, essentially, with nothing to my name, and I was trying to steal to get by, one person did help me, which is the god I actually follow, the Traveler.
Here we go.
I
Wait.
I actually went on the beaten path a little bit with this. He didn't approve of any of these decisions or anything that happened, but I can offer a blessing of the
She's
Traveler.
going to get them all killed.
We don't need a blessing from a god. We need food on the table. At least for those 2 kids.
Yeah.
They need their house. They might not have an adult in it, but they're gonna need a home. Honestly, I'm gonna put it to you. we're going to need the gold if we're going to actually have any chance of helping these two kids out. And as she says that, now Bob and Farr, you guys will have also noticed that as she was saying that, the fella who had the books in the corner will have actually closed up some of the books and started making his way over to, and it is a tall, lanky elven figure with much. Everybody else around here's got very simple, common clothes, rough textiles and such. This gentleman he's got much more well put together, maybe even better put together than Putter's clothes. Very fine silken clothing that he's wearing. And he's walking over to the table and kind of lays his hand on Elsa's shoulder. If it's gold that's necessary... Sorry, change voice. If it's gold that's necessary, then perhaps some work could be taken care of here first. Elsa, do you mind? I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhear. No, Adrix, if she can get some gold from you, well, it's all the same to me, I suppose, when it comes to taking care of the two kids. So, sure. Let's tell you what. Let's have you talk with Adrix and see what you come up with, and then let us know what your results are. I have some cleaning to do in the back, right, Jessup? And oh, don't you know it? And he just kind of stands up, and they both kind of step up and start walking back towards the top, and the elven figure settles down.
I look to Bob and
Chair
I make
beside you.
this motion over here.
5 coins of gold towards you.
One other thing. Can I make an insight check just to make sure they are actually the ones
It's
caring
only
for
gold,
these
by the way.
kids?
It's smaller
Yeah,
than
for sure. Go for it.
Actually?
Go
I
for
only
it.
have 5 gold.
Jenna's a
damn.
con artist, so she wants to make sure these people aren't con artists. She knows nothing.
You are, yeah. They definitely show a genuine interest in the kids, and they're definitely showing you that they are not as well to do as the kids would need. You kind of
Okay.
get the sense that maybe the kids are a handful.
Right.
But this
I'll
the elven
slide
figure
over.
sits.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the elven figure sits down and says, "I watched you change, and saw that was rather impressive. You must be adventuring sorts, and are those ones with you too?" And he gestures over towards the rest of your group.
Oh, the weird ones? Yeah. That's my party.
He just kind of waves you guys over. Elsa, let's get them all a drink while we're at it, please.
You think we should step
Oi.
in?
They're hailing us. Maybe
Oh.
we should.
Yeah.
Hello, my name
Get
is
up.
Bob.
My name is
And-
Over.
Over. And is Belifra your actual name? I'm
No.
sorry, I couldn't quite hear.
It's actually Jenna.
Okay, so Jetta and Ulfer and sorry, Bob, you said? And
That's
I'm gonna
Potter
let
and
I'll leave the
Rook.
other two. I'll leave the other two to decide whether or not they'll actually introduce their real selves. And he says, my name is Adrix, at your service. Or rather, I'm hoping you can be at mine. I'm looking to see if I can recover a lost party of employees, as it were. I sent them up into the mountain just a couple of days ago, and I haven't heard word back. And so I sent in a secondary party, and I still have not heard back from them either. And
Sounds
that
familiar.
is challenging, to say the least. I'm trying to get some things learned here, and people keep not getting back. Then, well, first of all, Elsa's going to kick me out because I keep on killing off all of her patrons. And that's not really what I want, so I'm hoping that somebody who's got some skill, perhaps like you appear to have, might be able to help.
Yeah.
This sounds
think that's
dangerous.
What
We're
price
going
are
to
we
need
talking?
something up front first, though.
Of course. I'm assuming you're going to be looking for some coin. I definitely have it. What say to you to 100 gold just to determine what's going on up there first? I can give you the details, and I can give you the instructions on how to find where I sent them to go.
How high up the mountain are we talking about?
Oh, not too far. It's no more than a half day's walk. They were supposed to
Alright.
set up a camp for a bit of a research project I'm doing out here, and
So
well, they were also
100,
supposed to send somebody back.
100 gold to walk half a day and then look and walk back sounds like a good deal.
To find the encampment and make sure they're okay. And if they are okay, then
And if they're not okay, then we still get paid.
well, if they aren't okay, then I would ask that you perhaps provide them with some support, and you would be properly compensated for your support on your return.
And what if they're dead?
Then set up the camp. Anyway, and come back.
That would cost extra.
Absolutely, I expect that.
I think that's doable.
Sure, why not?
And then that way you can make whatever amends you need to make with Jessup and Elsa. They really do care about those kids. They're a handful, but they do care.
I figured we'd get a down payment for this.
Oh, of course. Apologies. I meant that right away, and just plunk right on the table a coin purse that he seems to have already had it set up for you guys.
Well, Jetta, do you want to just give it to those people, or?
Yeah, almost as a, here's this, I'll get the rest of it when I come back.
There you go.
Marvelous. And then over the course of the next couple of moments, he starts kind of giving you a little bit of directions as to where to go up the mountain, to find the glade where you can where they were supposed to set up the encampment. You also, for your part, pass over the gold directly to Elsa, who eyes
I'll be
go
right
completely wide. Actually, hang tight there, Farr, because we're going to be actually wrapping it up here right now. Yeah, that's where we're going to actually pause it. Yeah, so that's where we are. We are at the point in Hillholm where you have accepted a job for Adrix and provided payment, as well as apologies, to Jessup and Elsa. And that's where we're going to call it.
Nice.
Huzzah! And that is where we're going to call it, guys. Thanks, everybody in the chat, for jumping in. Those clothes look expensive. Maybe he should sell them if he needs gold. Nah, he's got the gold. That's not the problem. So, but that's it.
Yep.
That's where we're going to pause for the day.
GM Workshop is still going.
Is he still going? We better get
Yeah.
over there before he shuts up shop then, hey? All right, let's do that. So we're going to go and... Okay, so Twitch has been funky for me. I was not able to raid Sky Guy last week, but we're going to try and raid GM Workshop right now. And then next week we will be back again. And when we are back, we'll be picking up with whatever job Adrix gives you and what it means for you guys as well. So thanks again, chat, for jumping in. If you enjoyed it, hit that follow button, subscribe, all that good stuff, because, it helps me get the things that I need for playing the game. Cool. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you guys next week. Here's the raid. Let's start this raid. Nope, it's not going to start the raid. Boo!